non-spoiler first. So just a description of the movie. The description is it's a kind of British psychological horror film. So it messes with your head. So say after returning to his childhood home, a disgraced children's puppeteer is forced to confront his wicked stepfather and the secrets that have tortured his entire life.
Clap your hands once, clap your hands twice. Now is the time for the news to hear it come.
I'm recording.
Legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. You're being recorded.
You're being recorded. Speaking of that, that's the Sony thing that came out today. So for PlayStation, they're talking about actual like party chats they may be like monetized and recorded.
Like for advertisement?
I don't know if it's for advertisement or if it's more for like not safety concerns. What's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of like privacy and like things like that, and like parental controls. Like I'm assuming like, you know, how people just talk a bunch of mess online and like things like that. So and maybe it's a way to like monetize that. But just think like a party chat, like a private party chat between you and your friends, and it's like you might be listening on, like someone's listening into that. And if you just say something between you and your friends, it's like, oh, flagged. You got to be careful what you say in a party chat. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm like,
yeah, because I've listened to my homie like when I first moved out to Ohio, like we had an area rented out, Airbnb.
Okay.
And dude, the stuff that people would say fucking on chat, I was like, whoa, like just the darkest, nastiest stuff, dude. Just like the most racist, most just fucked up shit you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, 100%, no filter, and then you have these like little kids who obviously their parents don't know what they're doing or what they watch or play or what they're saying online. So I guess I could see it to some point. I did see more complaints. People were like complaining about like they couldn't even get into a party chat with their friends. Like their friend list was disabled. So more people are like, why don't you actually like test these things out before sending an update? But I guess that's how the PS5 is going to be. So maybe this is the test trial before the PlayStation 5 comes out. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
Dude, I just downloaded Metro 2099, I think it's
2099.
2033 or something.
Okay.
Dude, it's a fucking sick game.
It's more like it's like an apocalypse kind of game, right?
Yeah, it's like apocalypse game. There's like demons.
Okay.
Fucking fun.
Little. That's pretty cool. I've never played a Metro game. I said that because
Metro,
because one of them I think is called Metro Exodus or something like that. But I put 2 and 2 together. Sorry.
Dude, this is a sick game. Because it's like from my brain, I have to have like a game that kind of just like leads you up on this path.
Right.
Like those open world games, dude, I'm just like riding around on like a fucking horse for 3 hours. Like, I'm bored. Like,
I'm bored.
I'm over this.
So what's next? So you like more of those linear experiences?
Yeah, like Fear 2. Like,
okay.
Right? Like Fear 2, I love it. It's scary. The graphics still hold up, I think. I mean, I do like multiplayer games, you know, like Warzone and stuff. But I just suck at those, so I just go and just like try to stab everyone. Like, dude, I literally got the most stabbings. I got them like for one day. I was just destroying at just melee moves. Everyone just people like running away,
getting surgical and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Fuck guns.
Forget guns, dude. Bro, have you taken advantage of what is it, Amazon Prime Day or whatever?
No.
I don't really fuck with Amazon,
dude.
You're a cargo largo, dude.
I'm a cargo largo kind of guy.
If it ain't on eBay, you could just stay away.
Yeah, stay away. I actually deleted eBay though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because it's became a problem because of cargo largo, dude.
So too many funds were going out.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, like I've probably spent like $3,000 in like the last 3 months on just cargo largo stuff. What about you?
For Amazon,
Yeah.
not yet. I was kind of taking a look at some stuff, trying maybe to get like a costume or something like that, you know, for Halloween. And then I might get some, you know, some things for like streaming and stuff, because I did talk about how I wanted a new like mic stand, so maybe to get something where I can just like bring the mic, like what? Just bring the mic over here, or do little things like that. So see what else they got. You know, maybe new mouse and keyboard. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, dude. I was looking at it's called a slingshot, and you can use it as like a wireless like multi-camera setup. So you can have like 3 cameras all on one app, and you can record 3 different angles. And you can see it like, let's say like an iPad, right? And you can like adjust the settings. Like it's sick, but it's expensive. But they have it on Cargo Largo, so I was looking at that.
On the Cargo Largo.
It's like they know my life, dude.
They're listening, dude. Tapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was even thinking about that, like even getting like a new camera setup or something too, and like different, you know, get those different angles.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking for the slingshot thing, because you can do I forgot what the other one's called, but you can hook up, like I could hook up my Canon Mark IV and have it as my webcam. Like they just sent out like an update where you can use your camera as like what you're doing right now to stream.
Stream? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's like 4K.
Hey, that HD, that ultra, that ultra 4K.
Yeah, so you can really see the art.
Yeah, really see it pixelated in 4K. You can really see what the artist was trying to say.
Exactly.
It's like a completely different painting.
Yeah, it's just like black and white. You're like, what the fuck?
So what is that, dude? What am I looking at?
Yeah. What's the specs on that thing?
What's the specs? Dude, have you ever like thought about like 4K? Like, I don't know, sometimes, because I have like a 4K TV, like the PlayStation 4 Pro or whatever, and I'm like, I can see some differences, but I think it all comes down to your TV. Like, if you don't have like a good brand TV, like I don't think you're really getting 4K.
I mean, it's like 1080p. Like, it's such minuscule. Like, it's crisper compared to like 240, you know,
right?
Or 10, you know. Like, you can tell from like that jump, but like these like 720 and 1080p is like it's almost the same. Right? All it does is just makes the video, you know, load a little longer for 1080p.
Right.
That's the only thing I notice.
So just a little more, just longer loading times. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people with TVs, and like the quality looks like, the best way I can describe it is like how we are right now. Like it looks like real life. Like I'm actually there, like filming. Like I don't know. Like it looks more real, like real time, I guess I would say.
What I've noticed on like those high definitions, like the 4K, is that you could tell they're on a set.
Right.
You can tell, like, it becomes like you're saying, like it's real life, which kind of takes away from like that like Hollywood, you know, feel, because it's almost exposing.
Yeah.
That it's just they're just on a set. You get
like you're on the set with it. I remember the first time seeing that, I was like, "What's wrong with your TV?" It's like, why does it look like I'm really there?
Yeah. It's like a negative thing. Like, yo, that's a little too real.
That's too realistic, dude.
Yeah. Like, who's watching who?
So I need those fake Hollywood vibes, dude. This is tripping me out. So I don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Neuralink, right?
Oh yeah, Neuralink.
Our past podcast, episode 4.
So 4.
And now Elon Musk is in the news again with the lithium battery fiasco.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did he hear that he posted a tweet saying that we can do a co-op on any country we want.
A co-op?
Yeah. So pretty much of course he's making a joke, right?
Right.
Because people, all the activists, how can you make batteries and go to these countries, and destroy their governments and go and mine for their, conflict materials. Because they call them conflict materials because they're in like war-torn areas, like Afghanistan, Congo, right? And that's where all the lithium is. And how else are you going to get a Tesla except go to war, get some mins, send it back to LA.
Right, send it back to LA.
So that was like a bunch of activists are like, fuck you, Elon.
So it's like they always just find something to get mad at him at. Even when he was on the Rogan's podcast and he hit the weed, people like freaked out. Didn't he like lose some stuff with that too? Like so business wise or not lose, but the stock, right? Yeah.
Yeah, stock dropped. But then the next day it went up like 200 points or something,
Right.
So it's just all just like conservative values infecting life,
So the only thing I saw leak the other day was Cardi B's little. I guess she posted on her Instagram story like a nude, like her top part.
Oh, her top parts.
Or you saw some boobies.
Her bits.
Her bits.
Her top bits.
Her top bits. I was just thinking, I'm like, being famous, you have to be so cautious. Like, you'd be like, whoops, I accidentally uploaded this on Instagram.
Whoops.
I didn't read the statement or anything that she said about it happening, but
she was a stripper, right?
Yeah.
And she's a drug guys. So that's what she gets.
So it happens. She's not the first celebrity to do that.
She came with a song called WAP. So I think she doesn't need a statement. She already said it in that song.
Right, yeah, that was her statement.
Yeah, it covered it in WAP.
So yeah, just look at the lyrics of WAP. That's a statement right
and that's
there.
my stance, right?
And that's where I stand on this. Oh my gosh. I would say, yeah, and then Apple introduced the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Snake oil?
Snake oil. Yeah, so they introduced that yesterday. Max with 5G. They say it's the best iPhone ever. Features the powerful A14 Bionic. There's like a all new design with a ceramic shield, pro camera system. Is it LiDAR, LiDAR scanner, and the biggest Super Retina XDR display ever on an iPhone.
So they can really get your soul.
Yeah, really deep.
Yeah, they can get deep in the soul.
It's funny they went back to the old shape, like the iPhone 4, how it was more like blocky looking.
Yeah.
So they went back to that style, which
I like.
I like that style. I don't mind the roundness of it now, but like that was the first iPhone I got. It was the iPhone 4. I just remember the nice little fit well in your hand, Yeah. It was just easy to grab.
With Apple products, I respect them. Their art, I get it. But I'm still team Android.
Oh yeah.
Apple is just so one-dimensional and just like so straightforward. It's like, here's your apps and here's all this stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's easy to use.
I'm not trying to easily use my phone. I'm trying to like make it complex. I have to put in like 20 different codes. Like my apps disappear. I'm like, where? They just change spots every hour. I'm like, fuck. I'm like really keeps my mind motivated to
I feel like that would make me want to spend less time on my phone, which is
Oh yeah,
probably a good thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, this is too complicated.
Make it
I'm just
complex. Yeah, someone create this mode, the complex mode
complex
for
mode.
iPhones.
But I've heard so many people who from like Android went to iPhone and they're like, this is so much easier and usually stick. I mean, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I'm there's people who are like, dude, I went to iPhone, sucked. So I went right back to Android. Have you tried an iPhone? Have you
I mean, I used to have like an iPod,
a little pod, dude?
little pod back in the day.
Back in the original pods.
Remember when, like, for some reason, like phones and like musical devices, they were like just separate for some reason.
Yeah, separate. It wasn't
Like,
all on one.
They're like, maybe if we just pretend that we can't put music on this phone, they'll buy the other product. Like the Zune.
Zune, I feel like didn't last too long.
Like I wanted one because no one liked it, and then I saw like I played with one. I'm like, this is like 10 years behind.
Yeah,
like an iPod.
yeah, they released it too soon. I think that's what happened. Because remember, then they had the iPod Touch, and it was pretty much an iPhone, but as an iPod. I remember that one, and then I remember, of course, the original, just the little scrolly one.
Or what about the
With your
one
little
with
screen.
the clip?
Mm.
The little
The mini. I never
Yeah.
got that. I never got the
a
mini.
little clip, just like the most basic. Like they probably made so much money off that just little
Oh
clip.
yeah. Especially for like people who are like more into fitness and stuff like that, because that was revolutionary. I feel like today we have it easy. You have your Apple Watches,
Yeah,
AirPods, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like that was it. Like that
Exactly,
little clip,
yeah.
like that saved so many people. I mean, you had the little armbands you can get,
fuck
and you
those
put
things.
you put your. But like once they came out with that clip, that was it. People like today's generation would have no idea,
Yeah.
no idea how hard we had it.
Dude, speaking about those armband things, right? Like, I wanted to get one, but I had like a note. So like the note is just like my whole arm. It's just it's like 3 straps. It's like fucking like heavy. Like, yeah, got my working out. Like,
So,
like it's just not good.
so this kid's going to war is
Yeah.
actually what he's
I got my
doing.
armor on. For
He
the,
got his
for the
armor
gym.
piece on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I never got the armbands or anything. I was just always pockets kind of guy, which kind of messes up. And then I would tuck my cords through my shirt
Oh yeah.
and go down,
That's
the
literally
original
only
way.
to go.
The only way.
Cause like I've tried it. Yeah, I'm like laser or something. Like maybe I'll just leave it out. I don't care. Like I'm not even paying attention. Earbuds flying. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
fly.
fuck, dude. Gotta reset.
Gotta reset. That would happen to me on the treadmill all the time. Run and one wrong arm movement,
Yeah.
you rip your head.
It's so violent. Just like a
And it's-
little motion is like.
So everyone like looks back at you, and you're like, "Oh, no, sorry, don't mind me." So just working out here. That's it.
My biggest pet peeve. Like I would wear shorts with
Mhm.
no zippers, and I'm like on the bench, like working out. My fucking phone just falls out, just rips out my earphones. God damn it! In the middle of like 300-pound.
Oh, big weight over here.
Yeah. I've been working pretty hard lately. So.
I'll say they have those 2-in-1 shorts. I just got a couple pairs. They're pretty nice. So they have the leggings kind of in it or whatever. I can't think of the name, but there's a pocket on them. So it's like inside your shorts and it's more compressed. So it like helps out a little bit. It keeps it there to help out. But it just shows you where people's heads are going. They're like, how can I make this easier? Like me, a casual guy at the gym, like what can I do to improve my time at the gym, and maybe someone else's.
Yeah, I mean that's why I only use zip up shorts or joggers. That's the only thing I use.
Oh, you're a joggers guy you wear joggers to the gym?
Yeah, bro. Snapback, bro tank, joggers. What's up? Me the whole time. Just,
I'm
what?
here to work.
I'm here to work out.
So I'm not here to play around.
I don't care
Like,
if you're a boy, girl, or a dog. Get out of my way.
get out of my way.
Dude, the worst thing at the gym is when like a guy's like working out, right? He's like probably the biggest guy at the gym.
Mhm.
For example, at my gym, there's just one guy that's there every day. He's fucking huge. He likes to talk to everyone all the time, right? Dude, I was like lifting on like the left, right? And this Mexican guy walks up, sits down on the guy's bench, the big guy, because the big guy was at the toilet. And one of his friends like, hey man, you can't sit there. This guy, he's working out here, right? So the Mexican guy gets up, he's like, oh, okay. So it's like awkward, dude. He's like stretching. And I'm in the mirror facing that way doing my own workout, but I'm paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
I was over caffeinated that day, so I really wasn't getting that good of a workout. So okay, you know, I'll just stretch out a little bit.
Stretch.
He goes over to the dumbbells and starts doing like shoulders, going like this, right? And then the big guy gets back, sits down. He sees the guy and he's like, hey man, you're doing it the wrong way. Like, what a douche.
Yeah, super douche.
You're at the gym and this guy's like, you're doing it wrong.
Just puts him on blast.
Just put him on blast, like everyone. Like, what? Right? He's like, okay, thanks, man. Right? He just keeps working out the same. Right? It's that ego. But also, that's fucked up still, you know?
So you don't do that.
Yo, the big dude gets up, walks over there, grabs the guy's arm, and says, this is how you do it. I'm like, I'm in the mirror like, holy shit.
What's going on?
What is happening? And the worst part is I've seen this guy do this multiple times to like other like little kids. Well,
like just grab their
teenagers.
arms. Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, the man of Latin descent.
No, it's the big guy.
Oh, the big guy does.
Yeah, the
this.
big guy would go up to like the teenagers and tell them how to work out. And I'm like, dude, I'm so glad you never talked to me because I would fucking blow up on your ass.
Right.
That's
I don't care how big you are.
Yeah, I put the earphones in,
For a
mean
reason.
face, no eye contact, no. Oh, can we talk? None of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just there to fucking get huge and go home.
Go. Oh man. Yeah, I've had nothing close to what you experienced, but there was this dude, the gym I was at, huge, some power lifter dude. He was probably like 6'5", just yoked out of his mind, big old burly beard. Like basically you didn't want to mess with this dude. So I'm on the bench. And I'm just kind of like doing little curls or something with the bench. Like I didn't really need the bench for this workout. And nicest dude, he just comes up. He's like, hey, how many more sets you got? And I just like looked at him. I was like, I'm done. I wasn't even done. I like just started. I was like, dude, take it.
Take it, bro.
You're obviously gonna use it more than what I'm doing right now.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Really nice shit.
You're like, oh yeah, you can have it for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm actually done for today.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go home now.
So I'm gonna go home. So I didn't need to work out anyway. So yeah, nothing really to work on, you know.
Yeah, the worst is when like you have like one more workout to do, and you're like, okay, one last set, go home, and then someone's doing like 2 workouts.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you don't know it, so you like go up, and you're about to do it. Like, hey man, I'm still on here. Like, oh okay, got 3 sets left. Like, okay, and then I'm like trying to like think about like what other workouts can I do right now.
Right.
And you just half-ass do them. Like, God damn it.
It throws your whole workout routine
and
off.
you just go home.
You're like, I really need this. Would always happen to me on the what's the like fly or what is this like a fly motion?
Yeah.
One of those machines. You start here, and I swear that that machine is always taken up all the time. You'll have just like people sitting there on their phones and like doing stuff, and I'm like, dude, either you're using it or you're not.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
let me get my sets in and you could sit down. One time there was a guy literally just sitting with his like arms rested on the fly for like he just like leaned back for at least like 20 minutes.
Oh
And I was so mad. And he was just sitting there like watching people walk past and stuff. I was about to be like, dude, get off this. Go do that somewhere else.
Well, have you ever like went up to him like, hey, how many sets you got left?
No, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't really like talking to people at the gym. Like, it even took a lot of courage for me to go up to someone at the gym and ask them if they could spot me on one of my sets. And I remember that took forever. I was like, all right, let me just ask him. And I was like, hey, man, you mind spotting me real quick?
I guess.
So I guess, douche. Cutting into my set.
Mega douche.
And what was bad is like the dude that I asked to help me, he was like, hey, you mind if I rep this real quick? I was like, yeah, go for it. And like I'm struggling on it, and then he's just like just knocking out, and I was like, sick, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I picked the right person to spot me.
Yeah. Just blows up in your fuck.
I said, all right, dude, calm down. I get it, you can lift this. Oh man.
Good old workouts.
Yeah, good old workouts, dude. What, you sipping on another Pilsner?
Yeah, dude. A Czech style lager.
Czech style lager?
Yeah, it's called Joseph's Bra.
Joseph's Bra? Only for Joseph's Bras.
Only for the sickest bras around. You know?
The closest ones, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend named Joseph. Goes by Joe. Yeah.
Joe.
They don't go by their full government name, you know?
Yeah. No one does.
No one does. Yeah, I was gonna say I've never met a guy who went by the name's Joseph. Like it's always Joe or Joey.
Joey.
Never full Joseph.
Hey, did you watch the Louis Vuitton fashion show? Louis Vuitton.
Louis? My man Louis? No,
Louis,
I didn't.
The Louis Vuitton.
I did. I saw a picture of like the dude like squatting.
Yeah.
He was in like some crazy outfit. I thought it was like for a video game or something, and then I read that it was like Louis Vuitton.
You know, I think it was like spring of 2021. Dude, they had the craziest looks where they had like a bunch of teddy bears, right? They had Louis Vuitton teddy bears, and they had like suit jackets with like stuffed animals stitched into them. And that guy that was like crouching down was just all stitched up with stuffed animals. And dude, they had like live music, and it was like jazz and like soul music and what else? Like reggae, like and then they had a bunch of balloons like going in and out, and they're like dancing, and it's so chaotic, dude. I mean, they had some sick ass looks, but it was a little chaotic, kind of childish.
Like the picture I saw, like I thought it was this. I don't know if you get, like I was like, oh shoot, I was like, that's from Zelda, and then I was like, oh no, that's a human. That's a human being.
Yeah, that's a fucking human being.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, fashion shows just seem nuts. Like I guess it just kind of depends on what's happening or like who's doing it and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, usually they do a pretty good job, but I think they just tried too hard on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of the same looks, and yeah, the only difference was just like the stuffed animals stitched in. They had some sick ass glasses where you know like the Louis Vuitton like symbol, but like as the glass.
Oh, as the glass? That's pretty cool, actually.
They were fucking sick.
What's interesting about these fashion shows, and you see these designs in fashion, but like nobody wears it's rare to see it. Oh, there goes my dog's barking. But it's rare to see like outside, like anybody outside of the fashion show, like rocking those outfits or styles.
I mean, in New York, dude, when I went to New York, I went to like the best like mall. It was like it's by the Beehive. I forgot the name of the mall. But there's people with old money who are just like extremely rich who actually rock those runway styles. And they look like characters out of a fucking movie, dude. It's creepy as fuck cuz they just don't fit in. So everyone's just like wearing joggers and zoomies, and these people are wearing like $5,000 like outfits
Right.
that are just like you're like, are you on a TV show or like a set for a film or like what's going on? They're like, oh no, darling, this is just my fit. Like,
It's fashion.
it's fashion. Learn about it.
Yeah, learn about it. Yeah, like it's so rare if you were to see those outfits like outside of that, like someone dressed up in that. I'm like, would I wear it? No, maybe. I mean, if I had the money and I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm bored with my usual fits.
Going to a ball or something, maybe to the I don't know the fashion club.
Right, like the Met Gala or something.
Yeah, something. Because I mean, a lot of it's just like right, it's art.
Mhm.
A lot of just fashion shows just about just artwork and just showing what like the different ways you can like different materials, like high tech materials. Like I saw this like article. It was like a kind of like a fashion convention, and it was like a digital like dress.
What?
Yeah. So you could change what you're wearing. Like, oh, it's spring out.
It's spring out.
It's winter. Like, you're just wearing a TV screen.
Yeah, that's a TV screen. That's a TV.
That's a TV. You have a TV on. Can't
Just
pull
like
us.
something projected onto you. You're just like naked, but you have a projection on you.
I mean, with like what is it called? It's not virtual reality. It's where you can like see reality, but it's like digital. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I like you see it in like a spy movie. Like they have those glasses on and they're like boop, boop, like moving stuff in the
What is that
air.
called? Something reality. Oh my gosh. It's literally in my head.
It's there. It's just
It's
having
there.
trouble
It's like
coming out.
going across the screen.
It's just for whatever reason, my mind and mouth, they're not working right.
Like,
It won't come out.
yeah. It's some type of different reality, right? And it's kind of curated by technology.
How would you even look that up?
It's VR. Because Google came out with their glasses.
Let me just put in virtual glasses, I guess.
Yeah, remember when Google came out with those glasses that were supposed to like, you know, change everything, and everyone's like, we do not want to wear that.
We do not want to wear that. Let's see, Google virtual glasses.
Megapixels. It's crazy because it came out in 2014, dude.
I guess it's like VR still.
It's not VR. It's oh my gosh, bro. This is annoying.
He said, why can't I picture this? Why can't I
Alternate reality.
describe? Not even alternate, because you're not really like, I don't know, not really altering your reality. Well, I mean, I guess you are, because you're like, I guess like computer glasses. I guess I can look that up and see if it gives a description of what it is. No, that's like actual like someone. I need these computer
AR.
glasses.
It's AR.
AR. So augmented reality.
Augmented. There we go.
Oh dang! I just took a shot in the dark with
There
that
we go.
one.
It's AR. I couldn't even find it, but I know what AR means.
Right.
Right.
Augmented.
So think about it in the future when everyone's wearing those glasses. You could just stylize or like make whatever outfit you want or like however you want to look. To be honest, right? We could just be all fucking avatars.
That'd be sick.
Just like you're like walking to work, you see this like 30-foot guy just like, excuse me, but they're just really in front of you. Yeah.
Like you got dropped into Monsters Inc. or something.
Yeah, it's just like everything's just different.
it's like there's one movie I saw, I think it was like a Disney film or something, but I want to say they're in like the mirror or something like that, and they're like scrolling through outfits and like putting them on themselves. Like I could see that being a thing like in the future, because the future is now.
Is now, bro.
Said now. But yeah, that's crazy, like to even think about. But you know who's like really fashionable? Like people in like Japan and I want to say like China, or maybe not China, but like Japanese people. Like you see pictures of them just like walking down the street in Japan, and they're just like decked out in the highest fashion. Like they're very like fashionable people.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure it was the LV fashion show was in one of like an Asian country.
Okay.
Because they did this whole kind of like thing. It was almost like a movie, part of a movie. Like the theme was like part of this kind of like technology, kind of like almost like train spotting, but like Asian train spotting. It might have been from like an actual movie or something that I just had no clue about. But that's what it kind of felt like. Like the beginning credits of it, or the intro.
The intro.
Yeah, the intro credits it was very like futuristic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's showing off. Yeah. How long was the fashion show? Would you say?
It was like 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay. Not too bad. Can you just stream it?
Well, see, they did stream it. Like they've been streaming a lot of different fashion shows. Like Burberry had theirs. And I think Chanel did theirs.
Chanel.
Well, they just recorded and put it on YouTube. That's how I found out about it.
Okay. I guess that's especially nowadays, that's just the way to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna wonder. I was gonna ask you, does the new iPhone have an antibacterial surface?
All I see here is like ceramic shield. Let's see what else they have. Longer focal. They have stainless steel finishes. Comes in a graphite, silver, gold, and Pacific blue. Let's see. Anything about like nothing that I see here. I'm just kind of like speed reading through it.
Yeah.
But nothing that I see here. Maybe
it would be interesting since we're in post-COVID times, I guess.
Yeah, post-COVID times.
I mean, I feel like you would capitalize on that, right? It would probably be your main things, like antibacterial. So...
Oh, and then the charger is just like it doesn't like plug into your phone. It's just like one of those like things you just set your phone on.
Well, yeah, like the fast chargers.
Yeah, the fast chargers, like that. So that's going to be the new one.
Well, yeah, copying Samsung.
Let's see, committed to the environment. Let's see. Yeah, so removing the power adapter, earpods from iPhone pack. So they're
they're removing it?
The earpods, yeah. Which further reduces carbon emissions. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like they're removing that.
What about the charging, like the charger port?
I think they're keeping the charger port, but it's not going to be plugged in. Well, it says power adapter, so I don't know if that's the whole thing or what.
Because that would be ridiculous. You know, we're going to Starbucks, charging your phone, playing on it.
Yeah. You'd have to what?
Like you would have to like just like sit it down and then like plug it in, and that's like awkward. You couldn't even be on it. Because that's my one complaint about those ones where you put your phone on top of it, because you can't touch it.
No, you have to. It sits there.
Yeah.
But this, it looks like a magnet, so I think you will be able to pick it up. It's like a small circle, because there's no like actual plug-in port in the iPhone.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
They're just taking everything away, huh?
They are. Like you would think like Apple would be ahead of this, but I guess it is pretty smart, but you just wait till everyone else does it, and you're like, how can we make it better? How do we just improve on it? And then there's also like So I think the back of the phone's like a magnet, I guess, and you can get one of those little like small wallet things, and then it just magnetizes to the back of your phone, so you can just hold, and it doesn't leave any. So you can take it off, put it on, stuff like that, so you can hold all your cards and stuff in there. So that's pretty cool, actually,
That's
to
sick,
get
yeah.
that. I'm mad because I knew it. I just got the iPhone 11, and I was like, watch, I'm gonna get the 11, and then 12 is gonna come out,
Yep.
and here's the 12.
Yep.
So,
They're already talking about 15. So.
right. So I can never get the newest stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Technology,
Tech.
some tech stuff.
Hey, did you hear about that bike that supposedly is like anti-theft?
Anti-theft? No, didn't
Yeah.
hear about that.
Dude, it's like this super futuristic looking bike. It's like blacked out. I forgot the name of the company that's doing it, but supposedly it's like anti-theft because it has like no chains, like there's no like actual like blow up wheels, right? And it's like anti-theft, super light. It's like super futuristic.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Does it just like lock up or something, or?
Yeah, let me look it up.
So let's look more into this.
We're gonna go a deep dive into the anti-theft bicycle.
This is why we need a production team.
Yeah.
If anyone out there, got some free time on their hands and want to become part of the production team.
I actually just asked a homie to see if he could make us a logo.
That would be dope, actually.
Yeah.
Logo time.
Okay, well, can't find it. So I guess it's not too big of news.
Right, it's like figures. So, with COVID and stuff going on.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't make the news. Oh, man.
So we were supposed to have another segment this episode, but we couldn't book anyone.
We couldn't get any bookings.
No bookings. A little late notice. We gave him like 2 days.
2 days notice.
Give him 2 days notice. So maybe next week.
Maybe next week. We'll see. We're still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
See how it all work out.
Are you ready for Cali?
Dude, I am this weekend. Or I leave Friday. Yeah, Friday morning. So, go out, hang out with some friends and family. And then I should be back. I'll be more in like the like Pasadena. I'll be in like LA, Glendale, Inglewood. Kind of just traveling amongst those areas, and then yeah, I'll be back to good old Vegas and on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
On Sunday, man.
Dude, so I found a teeny house.
Okay.
We spoke about this last
Yeah.
episode also.
Uh-huh.
So I just found a teeny house, and the chick lives in Maryland, right?
Maryland.
And I called her and I was like, "Yeah, I'm really interested. Seems like a sick pick."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Are you in Vegas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I grew up there. I kept the phone number." She's like,
Number.
"I just moved to Vegas."
What?
I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's crazy." Because I guess it's kind of sad. Like she was supposed to move to Vegas, right? And then with her sister and her boyfriend, she was gonna move in with them and just chill out there. She's like a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the boyfriend died.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So now she's just living with her sister, just like to support her, to like be there for her. But that's a fucking wrench in the fucking, the pedals.
Yeah, really.
That bike. Like, fuck.
Jeez. Yeah, that's sad.
Jeez. But I get a teeny house out of it because I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah, she's still selling you a teeny house, so still working out.
So dude, but I'm kind of scared, bro.
Of a teeny house?
Like having a teeny house, dude, that I kind of own, right?
Mm-hmm.
and then like moving around and like finding somewhere to like put it, right? And like you know, putting it to my trailer, to my truck.
Hooking it up to the truck.
And dude, it's like 12,000 pounds, and my truck can tow 12,700 pounds. So
Oh,
like
dang.
right
So
there.
right under the mark, dude.
Mark.
It's 700 pounds more. But wait, is that just the house? Like, does it come furnished or?
Yeah, that's everything.
Oh, okay. So it comes with furnishing and everything. Okay.
It has like a Murphy bed, right? Do you know what that is? A Murphy bed?
Murphy bed, one that like comes off the wall or
Yeah,
like it's like stored in the wall. Yeah.
Stored in the wall.
Or like a closet or something like that.
Yeah, so it's stored in the wall, and then you can put it up, and then there's a couch. And you use the back of the bed as like the back for the couch, and there's like 2 pillows.
Okay. And that's the like cushions or whatever for the couch.
The couch, and you got like a huge kitchen, lots and lots of fucking storage. Like the only thing I don't like about the kitchen is it doesn't have like a full stove.
Oh, okay.
It just has like a convection or whatever. But lots of storage. It has a water heater, composition toilet. I'm gonna add some solar panels, maybe a wind turbine.
Wind turbine. So it comes with its like own plumbing and stuff, or
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like fully it's a home. It's just
it's a home. It's a teeny ass home, dude. Has a generator.
Right?
She rents it out as an Airbnb right now.
Oh, that's what's up. Is it 2 stories or one?
No, it's 1 story.
1 story.
But I could probably build it a loft. Instead of having like a Murphy bed, I could just move the bed up there and then just have like the area for like the living room.
For the living room? Yeah, that's what's up. That's definitely the move, especially like if you don't have any kids or anything like that and you're just traveling. That's the way to go.
Yeah, with the pup.
Yeah, you and the pup travel the world and just go on some adventures. I feel like there's a lot of places you can park and stuff too, like campgrounds or like things like that.
Yeah. Like just farmers' land.
Yeah,
like,
land.
I've seen that in Colorado where they're like, yeah, you could stay for $300. Okay.
Yeah, so why not?
Which I'm scared of, because then it's like, am I just gonna be paying more then? So now I have like a mortgage that's gonna be like it's an 18-month mortgage, right? So it'll be paid off in 18 months,
right? Which
is like a lot of money a month.
Yeah, it's a month
if you do the math. So like right now I only pay $1,200. So do the math on that, plus let's say like a parking spot. If there's no parking spots in RV park,
right?
More money.
Yeah. It could come costly.
Might be a little costly, but I don't know if I could just like be able to pay it off real quick.
Right.
I don't know.
Get it going, and then because once you pay it off, like,
bam, that is no rent. I'm a homeowner, bro.
You're a teeny homeowner.
Teeny homeowner.
Teeny homeowner.
Dude, the dream Porsche, like a nice fucking like 718 Porsche, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon,
hell yeah,
house,
and a teeny house. Just pull it on that Porsche, bro. That horsepower.
Did I ever tell you about the time I went down to Miami?
No, Miami,
baby. What's that song? What is that? It's like, we're going to Miami.
You know, sounds like a bop to me, dude.
Sounds like a bop. It is.
It is a good one.
So, me and the homie number 12, Christy, 5 drinks in. we had like 4 days off from work, and we're like, yo, let's go to Miami for like, it was like Labor Day weekend or something. Right? So we fly down to Miami. I rented a 2017 Porsche Boxer S. Right? Dude, let me tell you like how overwhelmed I was when I got in that car, bro. And I was like, oh, sick, dude. Like, whatever. It's just a car. Vroom! Like, whoa. That's a bunkin' rhino, bro. That thing is like,
So that's that vroom vroom.
dude. I went beep beep really quick, bro. I went really fucking quick. I don't want to say how quick I went for legal reasons.
For legal reasons. Oh,
But
are you
it's
just
definitely
like, wow.
above 100 miles per hour. So
Sheesh. And when you went out to Miami, was this like during COVID or
Yes, sir.
so COVID was still so that streets were pretty empty, huh?
Yeah.
Or how was it?
Streets were empty. There was only a couple of people around, so we just drove around our Porsches because the homie got a 2013
Okay.
Monster, and I got the 2017. So we're just he got a
Just
white one, I got a
running
black
around.
one.
Oof.
Just, cruising.
Whipping in Miami. What was there to do out there while like stuff
I mean,
was closed
restaurants were open, bars were open. Just wore a mask,
Mhm.
and then just like going on the beach. You just drove
Okay.
around like and barbecued. Like we really wanted to go to the gym, and they
Mhm.
said in the news that the gyms would be open, but since Labor Day hit, they said no, sir. We'll wait before like after Labor Day.
Okay.
I was like, well, isn't everyone already off? Like, what are we worried about?
What are we worried about?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like everyone's working and they all get Labor Day off because they're worried
Right.
about like crime and stuff. Like, we've been on a 6 months vacation. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what are you talking about right now?
So that fucking sucked. But I mean, it was still fun, dude. We got to drive as fast, like really quick. We went all over, Miami Beach. I did Nat Plus. Have you heard of
Nat Plus? Uh-uh.
So Nat Plus is just like anti-aging protein,
Oh, okay.
right? And you go to like one of those IV places. I went to like Hydrate IV, and they just hook you up, and it's supposed to be like anti-aging, like straight up, like makes you feel better. There's like a vitamin C cocktail where you got like L-glutamine, L-arginine,
Mm-hmm.
like vitamin C, like 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And
Oh,
dude, I
wow.
felt like a god after I got done with that.
I just felt awake, dude.
Dude. Felt like a god and in a Porsche
Uh-huh.
and in Miami.
And in Miami's?
Like, you can't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was an adventure, dude. We went to this like pretty much the never eat sorry. Oh, the farthest west of Florida.
All right, so, we went that way.
We went to Waffles there. Yeah.
Yeah, we went with the waffles.
The farthest Waffles, right? And we went really quick, and we got to the end, dude. And there's like it's like a beach, right? And there was like a marriage place. What would you call that? Like where you could get married?
A wedding chapel or
There we go. Yeah, it was like an outside wedding chapel.
Mm-hmm.
It was so creepy because it's like, so people just kind of like let's say like people come from Cuba or something, they just like sell on, and then they just like get married right there.
Just get married real quick. I'm
Just, like,
legal.
line up a bunch of people.
They got that green card.
Shit, man. And you know what's creepy? A fucking van was going there at like 10 p.m. Because this road only goes one way,
Right.
right? And the camping was closed. It's like, where are you going? It's 10 p.m. right now.
So where do you think you're going?
What are you guys doing right now?
No, really. What are you guys doing right now?
Excuse me, sir.
So this is a little shady.
But the worst part was right when we got out of our Porsches, a bunch of fucking bugs attacked us. Like it wasn't just like a couple,
Right.
It was a swarm. Both of us.
Oh wow.
We said, ah! Like,
Get out of here.
We're like, let's get out of here. But I mean, we were running towards not getting out of there.
Right, because we
We
were
wanted
going.
to see where we went, and we're like, let's really get out of here this time. We just ran back.
There might have been something dead there, dude. Some tracking all the bugs.
Something. I mean, some
Something
illegal activities.
Illegal activities going on. Yeah, so I've never been to Florida. I want to go now because I saw this thing. It's like one of like the world's. I don't know if it's the world's largest, but it's a pretty big McDonald's. I don't know which part of Florida it's in, but it's like, dude, it looks like an executive like corporate building, like a skyscraper almost. I mean, it's not that big, but like for the story. But and it looks pretty sick. You can order pizza there. Like McDonald's sells pizza, and like it's like a whole bunch of things. Like they're showing the menu and stuff. I was like, I would just go there just for that McDonald's, just to experience that.
Where'd you get this info, bro?
CIA? TikTok.
TikTok?
Which is close enough. Yeah, close enough to the CIA.
Yeah, close enough, bro. True
Yes.
that.
So I follow a lot of foodie stuff. So someone posted it, and I was like, down. I'm trying to go there.
The negative part about Miami is the Taco Bell at midnight.
Oh, what's
Dude.
it goes down at the Taco Bell?
No, it's negative. I got food poisoning there.
So that's a negative.
That's negative.
Does not go down there.
That's a negative foxtrot, right? That is the anti go down there.
That's it. You only get explosive diarrhea from this Taco
I don't
Bell.
even understand. Both ends.
Yeah, both ends. Dude, we have the Taco Bell Cantina out here in Vegas, and I haven't been yet, but it looks pretty dope. It's just like it's like a party in a Taco Bell.
Yeah, I saw one in Colorado. In
Okay.
Boulder.
In Boulder,
Colorado.
the big old Boulder State.
Dude, you gotta come out. Like we
Dude.
gotta go to Boulder. We gotta go to Denver, and you gotta check that shit out, bro.
Dude, Colorado's dope. I've been there once. I've been to
really?
Denver, and then I've been to I think it's Golden. I think that's what it's called. It's
Yeah,
like
Golden.
a little
Oh, yeah.
city outside of Denver. So I've been there. That was about it. I was out there for like a week. It was pretty fun. I would go back. It's just green and beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, green both ways, you know.
Yeah.
And the scenery.
Money, let's go.
Say
but-
green all around.
Boulder, dude. That's a whole nother level of hippie love, dude.
Okay.
Like, everyone's there, super chill. Everyone's beautiful. The vibes are amazing.
Mhm.
Like we literally went there for like 2 days, and we came back to fucking buttfuck Ohio. And like I admit, like the vibes and the people and everything about Boulder is just so fantastic.
Okay.
Just everything. Like the
Did
people-
you lived there in Boulder, or was it Denver you lived?
So I lived in downtown Denver for like
Okay.
18 months,
hmm
and then I moved to Boulder, and I was just living in like Airbnbs in Boulder, but that's where I
Okay.
stayed.
There
was like
time.
Yeah, there's like a sick mountain biking park there.
Oh, that's pretty
I would
dope.
like hit the the jumps,
Hit the mountain slopes, dude.
Yeah,
The
slope.
dirt slope.
the dirt slopes, get some air,
Get some air.
go
Dude, those-
real fast.
Just dude, some of those videos are crazy. I'd watch like the actual like mountain biking or whatever, and like they would do drops where it's just like straight down, hit this ramp, like jump onto this narrow like mountain cliff. I'm like, dude, that is just crazy.
Unreal. Red Bull does the craziest events, bro.
Dude, the craziest.
The craziest. Like, how does the mountain bike survive that drop?
Right.
Like you've seen those videos of it, like people like jump off shit, and they're like 2 feet off the ground, and the fucking wheel goes just breaks in half.
Just breaks off. Especially those like first person videos. Those are nuts, dude. I feel like my adrenaline would just be through the roof. Just like, whoa, shoot. Like,
She's like, whoa.
dude, I'd like take my helmet off at the bottom and just look of excitement that I was like, I just did that.
Dude,
I
it's
can't
funny
believe
you
I
say
survived.
because that's how I feel after our podcast.
I can't believe I
Dude.
just did that.
Dude, my adrenaline, and I'm so hyped. Like after a podcast, I am hyped. I'm like, I can't even sleep. Just like rethinking about everything we said, and just like going over everything. Like, how did I look? Like, did I keep on moving in the frame, or like just going through it, but just hyped and happy.
It's like, did you feel that energy, man?
Yeah,
The
that
energy
fucking
was
energy.
through the roof. It says, such a sick pod, dude.
Yeah. Sick pod by us.
So we did it, man.
What's your shirt?
Oh, dude, it's I got it from, I think it's Wicked Clothing.
Oh,
Let me back out, but it says don't talk
Yeah,
to
let's see those
strangers.
nips.
Yeah, show them off.
Show 'em up.
Sorry.
Dude, that's the best one I've seen, bro.
Yeah, and then it says safety education. So I'm like, I should
Bro.
have wore this shirt during our trafficking episode for
Yeah,
the
you
kids.
should have, bro.
Don't talk to strangers.
Dude.
Aliens included.
Aliens include, especially them.
Yeah, especially them.
The
Legal
lizard people.
or illegal, dude.
Yeah. Or illegal.
Don't talk.
Especially them.
But yeah, it's dope. I saw it because my sister has one, and it's a Halloween one, so it has like Mike Myers on it, and I think it says something like a guide to babysitting or something like that. It was like, I was like, that's dope. Looked on the website, saw this one, and I was like, that's even more dope. So
yes,
I had to cop it.
Dude, I would have copped it too, but you got it, so you win.
Dude,
right?
you could get it as well. Like, I don't have to know about it. You know?
I don't want to copy it, dog. Right?
You're not copying me, man.
I got this. This is my jacket right now.
Oh yeah, as a
This is from
designer.
Private Stude, bro.
Okay.
Private Stude called Noman. I don't even know how to say it.
So I'm not even gonna butcher it.
I'm not gonna try, but dude, they make just like single editions.
That's
Like,
pretty dope.
Just make shoes, a couple like shoes once in a while. They make some crazy prints. I'll put their info in the bio.
Put it in the bio so no one can copy off you. It's like exclusive stuff. You're like,
Exclusive. So even
sorry,
if
man,
this,
one of a
bro,
kind.
You can't have it.
You
Even
can't
in
have
secret.
Sorry, dude. It's one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Said I already got it. Oh man, dude. Like speaking of like people copying off of stuff. That one guy, I don't know if you've seen. He's like blew up recently. I think his name's like Dogface or something like that.
Yeah.
And he does like the cruising stuff. Everybody's doing that now, like making videos of them like drinking and like cruising through something. Like, be original, dude. Like, hey, this guy already did it.
What makes human beings, they see something that everyone likes, that's sick, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like infectious.
Right.
Look, we're doing the same thing. We're just as cool. Are they trying to like mock him, or are they trying to like make it even cooler? Is that?
I think it's because they see the success it brought. They're like, oh, let me do this now and like get the same success, which it's counterintuitive. I don't know. That's probably not even the right word, but it's like you're not doing it because this person's already done it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also like the people that didn't see it.
mhm.
They didn't see the original video, right?
Right.
You didn't see the original video, so you see these people being cool and drink, like, oh, that's the sick. That's the video. So
Right, that's
in
the
their
one,
head, they
yeah.
think that's the first video that anyone has ever done that.
Mhm.
So I think it's in hope that people are like, oh, I saw these two people on rollerblades and they were drinking, cherry soda.
Cherry soda.
They were vibing hard.
Straight vibing.
Yeah, there's. I guess it's just that kind of thing, right?
Could be.
Just
Yeah. Like I just saw a bunch. I was like, dude. I was like, he already did it. Like
it's over.
It's over.
It wasn't
Can't
that good.
add to it. Can't make it better.
Yeah,
He got famous off of it.
Yeah.
So like that's his thing. That's what made him. To the status where he's at now.
But even in my mind, though, I'm like, did they just set this up?
Could have.
Right? I mean, just said it like they were looking for actors. We want a normal guy. This is a script. Do a video like this. We already see your other videos. You do dances and stuff. What do you think? Okay, let's go.
Shoot, I wish someone gave me that offer.
I know, dude.
Said I'd be down, dude. I was actually watching this past weekend, and Theo Vaughn and Bobby Lee were talking about. I forgot the name of the directors who offered them something where they're going to do a podcast for Spotify, I believe. I think it's for Spotify, and it's like a scripted like podcast,
Yeah,
like a thing.
exactly.
They're like writing the script for it and stuff. So it's like that could be us one day, dude.
Yeah, I know. I watched the episode too because
Oh, you watched it?
I
Yeah.
watch anything with Bobby Lee.
Dude, Bobby Lee's hilarious,
He
and like
is.
him and Theo Vaughn together, like I don't know, like they some sort of I don't even think they mean to, but just their chemistry together is like it's good. I don't know,
Yeah, hell yeah.
like they're comfortable. Yeah. Good. Sheesh.
Gotta keep the masks up.
Yeah, mask up.
Masks up.
One episode we should probably do like a mask on. That'd be pretty funny. Quarantine episode.
Quarantine episode.
Quarantine.
Pretend like we just heard about the quarantine.
Yeah, just heard about it. Like this just in.
Yeah, just in COVID-19. Everyone put your mask on.
Yeah.
What?
You're gonna want to wear your mask for this episode.
So, hey, what's the movie of the week?
Movie of the week. So we like for October, you know, we want to keep the theme scary, you know, scary movies. So me and Adam were talking about films, and he brought up this film called Possum. He asked me if I ever heard about it. Never seen anything about it until he brought it up. So I looked it up and I saw it and it looked pretty interesting. So we decided to run with it. It came out in 2018. It is on whatchamacallit? I think I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, really? It's on Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime. But it's I guess you could say it's a foreign film because
British?
Yeah, British.
British, darling.
British. Yeah, I watched it on Prime. But basically, yeah, it came out October 26, 2018. Ooh, so during scary season. The director was Matthew Holness. And this actually didn't have a huge budget at all. It was so in the box office. Oh, just kidding. So box office, they didn't make too much. I think only $33,271 worldwide.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that could be maybe because it was streamed. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't make. It doesn't show what the budget was, but hopefully it was less than that. Way less.
Hopefully they made a little.
Yeah, because that would be bad. But yeah, people who haven't seen it, we'll start non-spoiler first. So just a description of the movie. The description is it's a kind of British psychological horror film. So it messes with your head. So say after returning to his childhood home, a disgraced children's puppeteer is forced to confront his wicked stepfather and the secrets that have tortured his entire life. But yeah, it was an interesting movie. It was I don't know, you know me, I'm not really into scary movies, but it was interesting. It was a little slow.
Very slow.
Very slow. Some the cinematography I did like a lot because it's kind of it had a lot to do with like, or I could see it was heavily inspired by like German expressionism, which expressionist films, which so it's kind of like it was set in the German expressionism. I'm going to go in my film major. I'm going to put my film major cap on, but it came around the 1920s. I had to watch a couple films. So the biggest ones people have seen or know of, Nosferatu, which is it's a vampire movie about I think it's Nosferatu. It could be Dracula. I could be wrong.
No, it's not.
It's Nosferatu, and it was an adaptation of Dracula, And then there's another film which was pretty good. I do recommend if you ever see it, or if you don't mind silent films. It's called the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. But basically, what that one was about is like, so this guy, he tries to like solve a series of murders that are happening in his town, and it seems to be somewhat like revolving around this carnival that just moves into town. But yeah, it's an interesting movie. Something to go in on another time. But German Expressionism is just more like the way how these films were made, just kind of like certain angles and kind of like just kind of very eerie and like dark kind of way of filming and stuff, which kind of fit well with this film Possum. So yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and even the beginning credits, almost like a nod to Rosemary Berber.
Rosemary Baby.
Yeah, the Rosemary Baby by Stephen King.
Stephen King, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the vibe of it was depressing.
Mm-hmm.
It was dirty. It was very dusty feeling. It's very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire vibe was like you're in this guy's emotions.
Right.
It was like he was projecting his emotions through the camera onto the film,
which I feel like the actor did pretty well.
Yeah,
because he's basically the whole film. Like, I mean, there's other characters and stuff like that, but he's just like a huge chunk of the movie. Our main character was named Philip, or could be wrong. Yeah, Philip is our main character's name.
Yeah, and that actor, he's been in a bunch of films.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in Mission Impossible. He's been in Prometheus. He's been in The King. He's been Deliver Us from the Devil. Do you remember Deliver Us from the Devil?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
It was that cop movie where they're trying to figure out like this demon possessed man. And he was the demon possessed man, dude, and he did an amazing job. And that, yeah, that's another good movie you guys should watch. Deliver Us from Evil.
Interesting. I'll definitely have to check that one out. Is it an older film or?
No, it's 2014. So I guess
2014. Yes. Okay.
Felt like it was yesterday.
It felt like it just came out yesterday.
But he really like surprised me in Mission Impossible. Like, he was like the nemesis of Tom Cruise.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Remember he like, I don't know. Have you seen Mission Impossible?
Not the newest one, because he's in, or I don't think it's the newest one, but he's in Fallout, which I think is the newest one because that came out in 2018. So I still need to watch that.
Yeah.
So he's the villain in that movie.
Yeah, he's the villain.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Amazing actor. And he barely had any like dialogue, and like you were saying, it's a very slow-paced movie. A lot of just a very artful. Right, very artistic, very abstract film.
Very artsy, surreal, kind of.
Yeah,
it was more of that. So maybe I think because I was going into it more of like a standard horror film, maybe that kind of threw it off. Yeah, so you too.
Yeah, I was just waiting for something. I was waiting for a more creepy vibe, more like monster vibe. In my head, I was visualizing a monster movie, right? Mm-hmm. But it turned out to be this like almost art film of just like a breakdown of a being. A lot of films where he's just like staring into a room.
There's a lot of like silence. Yeah, and like, and even those scenes kind of seem kind of like eerie almost, just like the silence of it, and just like there's like the weight of it. Because I guess we can start going into spoilers. If it spoils you, it doesn't, or if it spoils, I'm sorry. Gave you a shot. But just basically like you're saying, where the whole story just revolves around this character, Philip, who's just like failed, kind of like a grim face, like puppeteer.
I wonder why.
Right.
I
And
let
it,
go.
yeah, and it kind of goes into he ends up being raised by his uncle after his parents died in a fire, and so Philip, the reason why he becomes a puppeteer because his father was, so he just wants to follow those footsteps, and we're kind of introduced like something happens in Philip's career where it's he ends up being unemployed, like he's not doing his work anymore. So that's like, and then he carries like, not only he carries a lot of emotional baggage, but like physically he was carrying that heavy bag like the whole movie. So it's like that. You got some ghosties in there, dude. But no, like you see that actual huge bag he lugs around and like travels with and stuff like that. So I think that was cool, like having those two in there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that he had actual baggage too.
Mhm.
Right? That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, because he dude had a pretty like messed up life. So basically after all that happens, he goes home to his hometown, and he like what was it? He took the train or something like that. Um, so it's some unspecific scandal. We don't know what's going on, what the scandal is, but he ends up takes him and his bag on a train towards his hometown, and then he meets that weird like teenage boy on the train or whatever, and then we end up being introduced to the house that he was raised in. His home, yeah.
And this house looked like a crack house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. It's falling apart. It looks like they just used metal to like fill the holes in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of like containers in the back with holes in it, like all rusted out. Bunch of wood. It's really messy. And the inside of the house, it's dark, dimmy. Like visually, you could smell the mildew.
Right, you can smell it.
Just like old walls, like the doors barely like worked, and he did a lot of staring.
A lot of
just
staring.
Kind of like, right? It was like he was lost in his mind. I guess he would like the way the film went was like he was just kind of lost in his head, like so stressed that he couldn't even have like a single like clear thought.
Right. And like you were saying too, like so we're introduced to this home, and there's that specific room in his home that he won't enter. Like it just kind of like he specifically won't go into this room, and it kind of has it has a scene where like the black smoke comes out of the wallpaper, and it like envelops these orange balloons or whatever, and it's like kind of like I feel like it kind of went with him when he was like talking about his parents and stuff, like kind of like a symbolism of them. I think when they burned in the fire, so you have like the smoke and stuff like that. But like I said, it's very interesting film. Yeah, definitely, definitely, it is a weird one.
It was a weird one. It made me feel weird, right? It made you like you were waiting for like a pop scare or something, or something extreme to happen to like, kind of get out of the trance. But the whole film kept you in that depressed trance,
right?
Which was beautiful because it just kept you just guessing. Like your mind was racing. You're like, what's gonna happen next? I'm ready. I'm willing. Let's go.
Right. And like I said, you're waiting for these jump scares, but there's really no like monsters or anything until maybe was it like halfway through not even halfway, maybe a little before. But this big bag he's carrying around, it has that monstrous puppet in it, that like spider looking thing, and it's like no matter how many times he tried to get rid of it, it was like coming back. Like you have the scene of him like laying in bed, and then you see it just like in his bed with him and stuff. And so he just has this like and it's more like, I guess it's like showing, it's clear that this puppet, instead of it being like a physical thing, like you could, like the whole film, you don't know too if it's just like him like almost hallucinating almost, or like kind of just we're seeing what's going on in Philip's head. But it's like that like monster's puppet kind of was more symbolizing um, what he was going through uh, mentally. There, I was gonna say physically for some reason, but mentally, and he has this big monster that he needs to like get off his chest, or talk about or get rid of. Yeah.
Or like even my perspective of it was like, so his puppet, right?
Mm-hmm.
He used his puppet, and it was part of his act, and he literally got rejected from his passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he failed his dead father, right?
Right.
Now he's coming home, so now he's just staring at this puppet like, why have you failed me? What did I do to you? And then also just kind of reflecting on it, like almost like he would rather be the puppet. Like it seemed to me that he thought this puppet, he put this like altered like state of like who he was onto this puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was like, you're so much better than me. Like you're so much like you can go in front of a bunch of people and perform, and I failed you too. So now he's failed his family. He's failed this puppet that he's created. And it's funny because this movie is based off a short story.
Possum, right? Like I think that's what it was called, Possum or something like that. Yeah.
And in the short story, the puppet was made of roadkill,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking awesome. And I wish they put it in the fucking film, but they didn't. I mean, the puppet was amazing.
Right.
So, and I still don't know if the puppet was actually possessed, or if it was just all in his mind. I don't know. Like, what do you think?
I think it was more in his mind, like I was saying, like just him trying to like get rid of it and stuff like that, like dispose of this puppet. It keeps coming back, and I think it was just kind of more of, like I said, going more to Philip's mental state of kind of how he grew up with, and like him never being able to talk to anybody about what's happened when he was younger and stuff like that. And I think that's what this like spidery monstrous puppet, I think it kind of represented more his uncle in a sense. And also too, like how you're saying, like Possum was a short story. This is what the movie was based on. But we find out like throughout the film, we hear Philip reading kind of like a poem or something like that, and it's entitled Possum, which is like a kind of like, it's just filled with very like creepy imagery and stuff, and like a possum man basically was about. So it was so with that being said, it was I think more like, because in this poem he was talking about I think it includes like his parents dying and stuff like that, like certain like imagery we would get from that. And then same thing, he had his like obsession with animals, like playing dead, with, because you always had the recurring theme of like the fox coming, like we'd always see that fox or whatever. So I think more the puppet was more of something like his actual psyche, like his mental state, and like him trying to kind of get rid of it, but not in a way, because it's something more deeper than just this actual physical puppet.
Yeah. And then yes, I mean stuff starts ramping up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much like the saying, like the cat's out of the bag, but the spider was out of the bag.
Yeah, it's actually the spider.
We finally get to see the spider,
Mm-hmm.
and he just starts appearing, right?
He's like following him around.
Yeah, following around. He tries to dispose of him in the forest, fails. Mm-hmm. Dispose of him in the water, fails. The mud, right, mm-hmm. fails. Fire, fails. And it's funny because in his mind, it's coming back to him.
Mm-hmm.
But to the audience, we see him go back and get it.
Right.
Right? So he's like, it just keeps coming back. It has a mind of its own. I don't like just like
But it's him.
pure
yeah.
craziness. It's just coming out of the bag. No, you're taken out of the bag and sleeping next to it. You creep.
Right, you creep. But I definitely understand what you're saying with that. Like I said, as the audience, we obviously see it's him bringing it back. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a weird movie because it's like you're not sure what's real and what's not real. And then to it kind of it's like in the, I guess how we're saying like we don't know if it's like real or not. You have like, meanwhile in the real world, the young male student from a nearby school goes missing, and like naturally Phillips, the way like he's kind of like a new person in town. Well, like not really new, but like because that is his hometown, but he just came back, so he's like a new figure, and like so he ends up becoming the prime suspect, and like it kind of also gets you thinking and then you start kind of thinking back, well, why was he not able to do this puppeteering stuff anymore? Like basically lost his job. So it's like kind of starts adding up. You're like, oh shoot, Phillips like this weirdo. We're saying he's like
a naughty boy.
He's a naughty boy, yeah, straight pedophile.
Yeah.
And then so and then that starts coming up, and I was gonna say it was weird. It was like the last half to the end, because it's a pretty short movie too. I think it was like an hour 20 minutes. Yeah, so not too long at all. So I think it was like all towards the end, like the last 5 minutes, you find out basically about how Philip and his uncle kind of engaged in that like final showdown or whatever. Right. But oh my bad, what were you gonna say?
Can we talk about this?
Dude, that final moment blew my it said skirt U-turn. Right? Because you thought Philip had the power this whole time.
The whole time.
Right? The whole time. Like I don't like oh my god. It blew my head off, right? I was like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of like, what the... And it's all in, like, the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Or, like, the end of this movie, and you're like...
It was, like, climax ending.
Yeah, they dropped the whole bomb on you.
It was the creepiest scene I've ever seen in a film. He's like... I forgot what he fucking said. He's like, open your mouth!
Yeah, open your mouth.
He fucking takes his fucking... Taste it! Oh! Dude, and then Philip was just like now the sub, right? He just became this like low level, like he's just one of the childs that's lost.
Yeah, one of the children.
Right? Yeah. He's a lost child now. Mm-hmm. So you literally lose his whole perception of him, and it turns into he's a victim.
Right.
This whole thing has been him being victimized by bum and Uncle.
And Uncle, yep. Yeah, because that's where I kind of got the mental baggage and stuff, because it's like the whole time when he was younger, this was happening to him by his uncle. There was a lot of time where he would like play dead and stuff like that too, because that's pretty much the only way he knew how to really what's the word I'm looking for, cope or like able to handle those situations, was just play dead, avoid it. Yeah. And that's why too, I'm like the spider kind of, it gave us kind of like some symbolism towards his uncle, because for years, like, you know, all this was happening to Philip by his uncle. So you see like kind of buried deep in his subconscious, he has these visions of his uncle, like, you know, his face and like long spindly fingers, you know, touching him and, you know, nasty stuff. Yeah, catching the prey. Right. And stuff like that. So that's why I was like, this spider is like representing, it's more, instead of physical, is more like mental, like him not being able to get that off his chest, like trying to bury it deep down in his mind, like, you know, try to forget what happened to him in the past.
Yeah. So. But the worst part of this film was when they just like opened the suitcase and the little kid just ran out.
Yeah, that was
like, what? That's how you're gonna end it?
Yeah, that's how you're gonna end
free.
It. You're free, kid. You're free, kid.
You're free, kid. Credits.
Yeah, credits.
I said, that's a baka boogie. What
That's
the hell?
So that's how you're gonna end the movie on me. And yeah, that's kind of how I was like looking up. So it's like supposedly I guess this kid, he so yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone who's seen this movie after that scene, you're like, what the heck just happened? And so it's basically I feel like the kid went and kind of told police or whatever the real story. So Philip ends up, becoming free, but it's like not really helping Philip because he's still psychologically messed up still.
Yeah. He has no job, no puppet, no house anymore, right?
Yeah.
That's his uncle's place.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he's just this guy that everyone still thinks is a fucking creep.
Right.
Hey, dude, 1 second. I gotta piss.
I got it.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back, everyone. Welcome to NPR Radio with the Entropy podcast. Can't even say the name of our own podcast. Isn't that fantastic?
Isn't that fantastic? Oh man. But yeah, like you said, it's like at the end he's still this crazy person. At the end, like it's not. Yeah, no one really won in this situation.
I love that scene when he's like looking at that picture and he like looks up to the sky and it just starts raining black.
Oh, black on it, yeah.
He had like a permafrost, dude.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wonder if he could like do that.
Oh, cool. No!
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely yeah, like I said, definitely a more artsy, kind of like psychological. I guess it's a lot deeper than what it portrays to be. I don't know. It was
I mean, it was okay. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite film.
No, I wouldn't watch it again.
I definitely wouldn't watch. I wouldn't tell anyone to watch it. Really, I mean,
No,
it didn't really.
It's up to you guys, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it a my review of it. Visually stunning.
Cinematography was good.
Definitely a good horror film, as in it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Jump scares. There's no titties, right? Which I fucking hate that we have to like talk about horror movies like this. That there's just this generic horror movie thing instead of just, oh, they're all different types of movies. And
right.
Like, oh, just the throwouts, huh? You're just gonna have some jump scares? Oh, it's not even scary.
It's not even scary.
I hate that because I love horror. And it's just it sucks. But yeah, didn't have jump scares. It was a different kind of idea of what a horror movie is. But it just didn't have really a plot. It didn't have any real like memorabilia. Yeah,
Memorable.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah, they didn't sell no merch or memorabilia for this.
There's no memorabilia. I need a shirt.
I need a shirt.
And burn it. But yeah, none of the scenes stood out. The dialogue was non-existent. There's only like, I don't know, 5 characters in the cast.
Yeah, literally a few characters, and they're like I said, they're barely in it.
like remember he was like standing at the school.
Yeah, the school scenes are weird.
He's just like staring at the school. He's like, "This is my old school. This is my old school. Get out of here, sir."
Get out of here, sir.
Walks away.
I'm honestly kind of glad it was short.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
dude,
God.
me too, bro. I was like, I'm so glad this is not a 2.5 hour movie.
Bro, I was like, jeez. I was like, all right, hour 20. I guess I could push through this.
Adam, what'd you pick
Yeah,
out?
which one did you pick, dude?
Why would you pick this one?
Why'd you pick this one?
All films are films. They're all
Yeah,
here to
all
be judged.
All here. That's the reason why there's films,
Exactly, to be judged.
to be judged.
So I was gonna give it a 6 out of 10, but further thought, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
It was like, yeah, like I said, it had its moments, and like I said, it was artsy and stuff like that. It was different, but I wouldn't recommend watching it.
Yeah, it just went over the art, right? Because you have movies where it's like just for film and for fun, right?
Right.
And then you got movies that are just for art.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this just went over that.
Yeah.
Right? It just kind of it just missed.
Yeah. It missed the mark. Yeah, and I wasn't really too invested into it either. It didn't really keep my attention. Like I said, it had those moments, but I was just like,
It didn't like suck me in where like, oh, this is creepy. Like it sucked me in, and then I would just laugh at the scene. Like, what the fuck is like? Why is he staring at a black wall? And then it just goes to the next scene where he's laying in a bed staring at the ceiling. What is this doing for me?
It was just like awkward. Like I said, it was like awkwardly creepy. Like I said in the kind of earlier, it was like those silent scenes, I guess, kind of like were. I wouldn't even use the word intense in a sense, but not intense, but maybe just tense. Like, but I don't know if it was more just it was awkward, or like it was actually like, I don't know, like a horror spec, or I don't know.
Yeah, it was just humorous for me.
Yeah,
it just made me laugh. Like the scene where like the principal had one line, "Get out of here, sir." Like what?
Yeah, like all these other characters were like barely in the movie, like had barely any lines.
It's like, yeah, like those kids. They were like, "Hey, you're like something about pervert," or like,
right?
"Oh, we know what you did."
We know what you did.
What? He's like, "Come on."
Come on.
He has this fucking bag. Like, the whole time.
The whole time, and it's funny because the director is like, he's filmed like comedy and stuff like that. So it was like, it was like he was trying to step away from making it a comedy film, but in the end, it was like, it was comical. I guess. Like,
it was very humorous.
You were able to laugh at it.
He said, "New book goofing."
Nope. It's coming.
It was a good try, though.
It's a good try.
I commend
it. I guess it's a fun watch. I guess I don't know.
No, it's not.
It's. But I wouldn't say a fun watch. But if you want to, like, if you don't believe us, then I'll be like, go for it. Just watch it.
Get on the ride, all right?
Yeah, get on the ride. You'll understand in the end.
Like, it definitely was the worst movie in the world.
No,
it definitely wasn't the best.
Wasn't the best.
Even yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't even watch it again to try to understand it. I was just
me too.
It's just one time, that's fine with me.
And there's only like 2 or 3 reviews on YouTube. Like it barely even like hit the film universe.
I don't even kind of looking on like Google, and it's like reviews on here. Like people are like, like you have your like, there's like 2 deep reviews, or people are like, beautiful movie. One person's like, if you need to be stimulated every 5 minutes to enjoy something, then this film is not for you.
Oh, not for you?
Yeah, not for you. And then someone was like, the only thing keeping me from turning it off was the hope of an interesting and explanatory ending, but the credits have finished, and I'm staring at the Now TV menu page still with no idea what I just spent the last hour and 22 minutes watching.
Yeah, how did Rotten Tomato give it a 90%?
Yeah, 90. That's why I don't really trust Rotten Tomatoes, because they can give like really good movies bad reviews.
Yeah.
And really bad movies great reviews.
But I mean, usually for me, when there's a good movie that I enjoy, I understand like a little deeper than than the average Joe.
The average Joe.
I kind of line up with them.
Right.
And then the audience is like negative.
It's
like,
negative. Yeah.
But with this, it was just no, wrong. Rotten Tomatoes.
Said wrong. Yeah, very wrong.
90%? What?
Yeah, it's, and I'm even looking at these Rotten Tomato reviews, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, for real. But yeah, moving on.
So that's a review on Possum. Don't see it. Yeah.
That's it.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. So that was this week's movie.
Hey, dude, did you see that Kanye West reblogged Joe Rogan?
Oh, aren't they supposed to do a podcast together? Like,
dude,
we're all waiting on this.
It was like a year ago or something, bro.
Yeah, I remember like last year hearing about this. Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, Kanye's gonna come on. I guess they were in talks,
Mm-hmm.
and then something happened, and he was like, oh yeah, I don't think Kanye's coming on. I think he's just not in the right place or something.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't want to be pushy and like keep asking him.
Yeah.
Like he's like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, and then yesterday or 2 days ago, Kanye like tweeted Joe Rogan talking about him, like about Kanye. Like I think he was just kind of talking shit or whatever, or something. He was like explaining something about Kanye, and Kanye was like, I would love to come on the Rogan podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, you don't.
Right?
Like I don't know. Maybe he was just busy or something.
Could have been.
Like all you have to do is hit him up, and Rogan, like he's been wanting you to be. It was a huge fucking news.
Yeah, it was huge. Everybody was excited for it, and like me included. Like I was
like everyone. Like you're like Rogan. Who's that? But Kanye? Hell yes.
So I know that. The pups are going a little wild. So might want to close it out. Hour 47. I think we did pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. This was a good pod. Good. Actually, it was a good movie because this was like the first movie where we're both like, wah, 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 nah, 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 nah. 2 thumbs down for sure.
Do you have next week's movie?
Next week's movie, because that's our like Halloween episode, right?
Yeah.
The one before. So are we gonna do Trick or Treat? Is that the name of the movie? Trick or Treat?
Trick or Treat, yeah.
I think I told you. I don't know if it was on the phone or on the podcast.
Halloween, right?
Last year, Halloween's Horror Nights was the theme was Trick or Treat, and they had little, like the kids and stuff. Or I don't know if they're kids. I haven't seen the movie, but it was pretty. That was the theme. Like the bag head. I don't know what kind of head. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're gonna love this movie.
Okay.
It's gonna catch you by surprise, and you're gonna fucking love it because it's from a comic book.
That's what I've heard. It's from a comic book. Yeah.
And all the characters, and it just sums up, and there's just you're gonna like it.
Ooh, so that's next week's movie. I'm gonna definitely get on that. Give it a good watch.
Oh yeah.
Scary time. Might keep me up at night.
It might be a little spooky.
A little spooky. So we're gonna dress up, right?
Yeah, we're gonna dress up. Everyone else, if you're listening, dress up too.
Yeah, dress up too, and watch the cast. If you don't have any Halloween plans, there you go.
Send us your costumes.
Right, send us your funniest costume pics.
Oh shit. But yeah, man.
It's fun. Glad we were able to squeeze this one in this week.
For real.
Double pieces. Deuces, man. Till next week.
Yeah. See you, bro.
Clap your hands once, clap your hands twice. Now is the time